All right, so the first thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and create a new folder inside of here. Let's create a new folder, and we'll just call it blueprints for now. Hopefully, I can get that word. All right, cool, I did. Cool. And we're just going to click into it. And actually, before we click into it, just so you can go ahead and just start getting into, color coding and starting, personalizing your project, you can come up here to set color. And when you hit set color, I guess it will make that part disappear. And then you'll just, choose whatever color you may want. And to bring that up, just in case, is down here at the bottom where it says content drawer. So you just bring that up. What we're going to make in here really quick, we're going to right click in this empty box, right? We're in the blueprint empty box. Right click in it. We're going to click blueprint class, and we're going to click an actor. And we'll just let it sit there for now, right? We got an actor. Right click again. Come back in here, and let's make a character. Bam, got both of them right there really quick. And now let's go ahead and rename them. So we'll call this one, well, actually, we're gonna use these out here, but the goal is to get you used to knowing where these are at, if anything. All right, so yeah, this is the character, and we'll just call it character for now. So like I said, just get practice, right? Even coming in here, naming the files is a way of you getting used to the engine. So every little step matters. All right, let me see. Rename. Just call this a actor for now. All right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just open these up. Just double click on one, and sometimes it might just pop up like this in the middle. And then we'll click on. I'll bring this other one up. Character. Bam. Two of them. And when it opens up, as you notice that these are completely empty, there's nothing over here. Over here is where you will basically add more things onto the character, and I'll explain more about that later. We're going to keep it simple. And like I told you once before, what you'll want to do is click on this self over here, actor self. Notice over here to the right the details, right? These are the properties. You're going to left click on this icon right here and hit close out category so you can shrink it. Go into the character one, do the same thing. Click on self, right? The name, go to the right and close it up. And like I said, one thing that you want to notice is the different categories that are in here. This comes down to the point of using a box for what specific reason that you would want. For example, as you see, the character has the option character, but actor doesn't have the option character, but it has actor. And look, so does this one. This one has actor as well. And as you see, character has pawn, right? Which means it has the ability to be possessed, right? You can come down here. You can have the player possess it right here. Meaning, player 0 is the first player. You'll learn more about that later. And I guess right now this is set up where this isn't. Obviously, this is a brand new one, right? Nothing is in it, so it's not automatically possessing, meaning automatically taking over. And same thing for the AI controller. You'll learn more about that later, but it's not automatically taking it over as well. All right, and let's go on back over here to the presentation. So we just made. Let me get back up in here. My shit is not loading. Oh, we're gonna freeze me. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, bet. So we just made an actor. We know this is gonna be the coin. We're gonna actually make the coin in just a second as well. We're gonna make the coin in a second. And we made a character blueprint just to make it, right? Notice that it has the movement component, right? So when we come back over here, let me bring my stuff back up. In that thing. Character movement component, right? Actor does not have a character movement component, nor can it ever get a character movement component. It can't get one, right? It can't get one. So basically what you want to know is what can get the job done for you. And naturally, if you're going to have a character that's going to be moving around, you're going to want to choose a character blueprint to make that. And here's all the different movement moves, right? You got swimming, flying, custom movement, rotations. And let me see if I can click on character. One thing on character, you can increase the jump rates, right? So like, let's think about like in games where, and there are some games that are like this too, where let's say after you progress through the game, you may give the player an additional jump, right? In the engine, all it is a simple add to to the knob, right? 1, 2. But the thing of it is, that's the whole point of your gameplay. When you get into the game and you're designing your game, you're deciding what you give to the player as they progress to create that, the hero's experience, as they would always say. All right, and let's go back over here. So like I just showed you right here, notice the differences, right, of what's in there, just like that again. As you see, a character has the option to have pawn and has character properties, but an actor doesn't have a pawn property because it can't be possessed, yet again, and it's not a character. It's something that can go into the world, an actor. Base, like this word, base class, for all things that don't need to be possessed. There we go. All right, so remember again, like I said, think of a box. These two things that we just made, they are boxes, right? We can give them face, name, health, armor. Remember animations, right? So if we come back over here into the engine, and let's say, let me pull these down. Sometimes you got to pull them down just so you can see the actual main screen in the back again, because it'd be like that. Like, say for example, when you set up this project right here, this is the third person template that's fully loaded up, and here is the player that we're going to basically use as Sonic yet again. But as you can see, he's fully set up, right? He has a face in a sense, right? And just right click on it, right? So when you make these, like I said, this is a blueprint, right? You see the edit button over here. We're going to right click on them just so you can get used to this. And look, let's go inside of here, right? This is a box, right? Now just looking at the other box really quick, just so we can compare them both at the same time. I didn't hit the wrong button. Let me go back over here. Hold up. All right, here we go. Hold on, no, we ain't. Hold on. I done got lost. Let me close some stuff down. Where we at? Right here. Here we go. All right, bet. All right, cool. Hold on. All right. So here we go. Oh, here they go down here. See, they got lost on me. So let's bring up this character, and we're gonna put. So both of these are characters, right? So let's look at these. Let's just compare these characters. Like I said, we're taking it. I want you to understand, getting into this engine right off the bat, you need to understand the importance of classes and blueprints and why they're important to your gameplay. So clicking on self again, right? See the name. This is the name of it, and this is all the components that is on there. We're gonna get into the word components and all of this stuff later for sure. But just looking at this, when we click on self, right, we see the properties to the right. Close them up. Now, as you can see, more properties popped over here to the right hand side because of the components is over here, right? So like this one is talking about a camera. This one doesn't have a camera right now because there's nothing about a camera over here. So the more you add more components to this left hand side, you have more properties that you can change within the game to actually create gameplay for the players. So that's going to be your goal. When you make your character, right, your box, right, your box may have a name, right, there's your name, right, there's the animation going on right there. Look, he's just moving back and forth, he's breathing, that's the animation. All right, now health, like we was talking about health, right, you can come down here, click on, see this word variables, you'll come down here, just type in the word health. And for now, like I said, we'll get back to this. We'll change this to a float. So all you're going to do, after you type in the word health, you'll click over here, pull this list up, and change it to a float. And after you do that, just hit this word compile at the top. And there you go. Now, we'll do something with health later, but that's just your first variable made. Congratulations. What we're going to go ahead and do now, since we're in here, and we're going to use this character as Sonic, let's go ahead and put the coin box, right? Because don't Sonic normally collect coins, right? He normally collect coins. So right now we're just gonna call it the coin box, right? So we're inside of a big box, right? The blueprint box. And on the character we have, let's say, little bitty boxes that actually hold information that we change through the game just to give a better experience for the player. Understanding blueprints, Sonic and the coin. Let's go ahead and get started. So like I said in the last video, we have the actor and the character. That is what we're going to be focusing on in this series. Like I say, there are more blueprint classes, but we're only going to focus on this in this learning path just because, like I said, I'm trying to paint a visual for you. So we're going to keep it simple, all right? So like I said, we're going to be focusing on the actor and the character. The actor is the class that just can be spawned in the world. And then the character is, like we said in the last one, can be possessed and has the ability to walk around. So obviously that got to be Sonic, right? Obviously. So remember, think of a blueprint. Think of a box. Think of a box, right? It can have a name. It can have health. It can have armor. It can even do animations, right? So remember that. Think of a box. So like I said, the coin. We're going to make a coin actor right now in just a second, basically. We're going to make a blueprint from it. So let's go ahead and look at this coin right here that's inside of here just so you can see that. And then let's see, here go this coin right here. Alright. So I guess this is like a documentation actor that they actually have. So it's not actually anything. So what I want you to do is, let's see, we're going to go ahead and, oh snaps, I didn't click on something. Alright, let me see. Okay, that's it. So yeah, I want you to click on this, right? Because right now it's just something in the world. Like what I want you to notice is this. Notice that when we click on this character right here, there's the word edit blueprints right here. But when we come over here and we click on this that's just spinning around, it just says documentation. And there's nothing that we can click on and edit because it's not something that's actually editable. So what we're just going to do is make a little mini game example from just the default things that just pop up in here that they give us by default, basically. So I'm going to click on this. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the far right. We got the documentation actor, right? That's this little spinning thing. And we're going to click on this icon right here, which says convert this actor into a reusable blueprint class that can have script behavior. Now, we'll get to the script part later, but we're just going to keep it real simple right now, all right? We're going to go ahead and click on this. And this is the part where we'll go ahead and give it a name. So we'll go ahead and call it coin. Got that in there. Alright. And once we put that in there, basically this box opens up. So here goes that box in here, right? So let me go. First thing I want you to do in this box, I want you to come over to this far right, click on this icon and hit collapse all categories. Alright. Shrink it up. Alright. So, and look over to the left, right? We're connected on coin, and it says the word self. Notice the word self, right? Coin. And right here in the middle, right? We're right here in the viewport, right here, and you see that coin. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in closer to it by the scrolling in on the mouse. Scrolling on the mouse button. It just took some time. So here it is, just a little bit closer, that's all. Now you can actually scroll around it by holding down the Alt key, or if you're on a Mac, holding down the Option key and then clicking and then just scrolling around it, right? I know you can probably see that a little bit, that little icon. I mean, not the icon, the grid a little bit. But yeah, here we go. So now, right, so notice the word coin. Okay, we came over here to this right, and I told you to shrink this down. We told you to collapse it. This is the details panel. So, alright, so we're going to be right back to this. And let's go back over here. Now, I want you to, like I said, pay attention to this details panel right here, right? This detail panel. Okay. And now, what I want you to notice is this. Let me come back over here. What the hell? Okay, here we go. Bam. We're gonna get that. Alright, we're gonna click on this one. Right? Now there's the edit, right? And look, there's the edit for the coin too. So we come over here, we're gonna click on edit on this one. And then we're gonna come back to this. We're gonna click back on viewport, because that's what we know about so far, right? Viewport. Notice the self, right? Notice the name of it. This is what it's called. This is what it's called. Up to this right hand side, got all these things open up. We're gonna click over here in the details, right? Right click on, left click on this, and then click collapse all categories. Alright, there we go. So now if some kind of way, let's say if like they're like hanging down here in the middle and something like that. We can actually change that, but what I want you to do is just for now, just grab one of them and just drag them to the top. Just like get them up here for now. Just get them up here where you could just have them, side by side, clicking on it. Just get comfortable clicking on it, right? You're just going from the main screen to this box, right, to this box. And just for a bonus to this video, thank you for rocking with your boy. Here is actually some of the most common blueprints that you will actually deal with. Now I wanted to go ahead and put them in one video for you so you can go ahead and learn about them very fast, because it took me a while to find this. I mean, I had to dig. But it's starting to get a little bit better, especially now that your boy here. Ride with me.